Welcome back to the deep dive. Okay, so today our mission is to take a closer look at an online jewelry seller, Faithheart Jewelry. Now, this brand, it kind of hits you with a classic dilemma right away. They've got this bold look, premium stainless steel stuff chains, rings, pendants, all very faith-inspired, lots of crosses, angel wings, that sort of thing. But then, bam, you see these really high-pressure sales tactics like buy one, get one 30% off, or these crazy up to 60% off Black Friday deals.
Right, and that level of discount immediately makes you pause, doesn't it? You wonder, okay, is this actually too good to be true? Is it a genuine business, or is it just, a fancy website hiding?
Well, not much. So our source material gives us a way to kind of look past that aggressive pitch. We're essentially using Faithheart as a case study here to pinpoint those specific indicators that show if an e-commerce site is legit or if it's just, well, a flashy scam. Okay, let's get into that structural stuff then. So once the excitement from the big discount wears off a bit, what's the first thing we check? Besides the obvious like HTTPS security.
Well, you look at the basic functions, the sort of integrity of how the business presents itself online. The sources we looked at confirm Faithheart does tick those essential boxes. The website has clear product categories, the contact pages seem to work, descriptions are detailed, and importantly, they have return and refund policies visible. But here's a key thing. It's not just having the policy, it's how easy it is to find. If they bury the returns link deep somewhere, that's a bit of a red flag, structurally speaking, even if the site is secure. But the deep dive suggests the policies here are pretty upfront.
Okay, yeah, but hang on. Anyone can build a decent-looking site these days, right? And copy-paste some legal text. That doesn't automatically mean they're actually shipping out real stainless steel jewelry to, real people. What do the sources say about the real-world side of things, the actual customers? Is it just about follower counts?
Ugh, no, it goes way deeper than just counting followers, thankfully. The notes we have point to some pretty solid, authentic social proof. They do have a strong presence, yeah, on Instagram, Facebook, thousands of followers. Looks like active engagement, too. But what's really crucial, the sources highlight a good amount of customer-generated content. We're talking actual unboxing videos people have posted, photos of them wearing the products, reviews linking back. That kind of organic stuff, that visual proof of fulfillment, it suggests it's not just some fly-by-night thing using stock photos. Real people seem to be getting and wearing this jewelry.
That definitely sounds more convincing. Real customers showing off the goods. But, even legit companies have problems. Were there complaints? And are we talking minor issues or like systemic failures, according to the sources?
That's a really important distinction to make, absolutely. So, well, yeah, the vast majority of reviews seem positive about the product quality, getting what they ordered, that kind of thing. There were some customers mentioning issues, mainly slower than expected shipping times and some difficulties navigating the returns process. But the source material does put this into context a bit. It notes this isn't uncommon for global brands, especially ones shipping high volumes internationally, maybe from different warehouses. So it seems less like intentional bad practice and more like maybe a logistical trade-off for getting those lower prices.
Okay, so putting it all together then. The technical checks on the site seem okay. Plus, there's pretty strong evidence of real customers actually getting products. Those unboxing videos are pretty telling. So we could say, based on everything, Faithheart Jewelry looks like a genuine online brand, right? They sell real stuff to real people. It's not a scam operation just taking money.
Correct. That seems to be the conclusion from the material. So the key takeaway for you, if you're thinking of buying, is really about understanding those trade-offs. Yes, the brand appears legitimate, but it's smart to read recent reviews specifically about shipping and delivery times. Understand what you might be getting into logistically before you hit buy, especially if you need something by a certain date.
Right, manage expectations. Okay, so that brings us to our final thought for you to consider. If a company ticks all those essential boxes, secure site, clear policies, working contact info, and they have strong, verifiable social proof from real customers, how much weight should you really give to logistical complaints, like slower shipping or maybe a clunky return process, when deciding if you trust them overall? What tips the scale for your final purchase decision, beyond just knowing they're basically legitimate? Price versus smooth service. Something to think about. Thanks for diving deep with us today.